So you recite Quran every day.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah. I can see some of you already joining in the quiz here held by the Quran Club. We are super excited to run this. Inshallah, we've been piloting this and practicing this to make sure that there are no issues this time around, and hopefully the whole process runs smoothly. Now, someone's asked, why are we randomly generating names? Because someone called themselves Babe last time, and frankly, we've got kids on this program, so we want to make sure that it's all kosher or halal, as the words go. And inshallah, we'll be putting up the instructions very shortly, inshallah. But before I put those instructions up, I've got a short video. I'm going to show you how this works. So let's just watch this, inshallah. Oops. First technical failure of today. Alhamdulillah. What's this without a technical failure? I forgot to actually share the screen. So alhamdulillah. That's off to a brilliant start. Let's start again. Alhamdulillah. Welcome to Quran Club's Family Quiz Night, the world's first interactive quiz show where you can compete with people across the world on who knows the Quran best. We built this platform to help families connect together and the Quran during the global lockdown. If you like it, please share it with family and friends. But before we start, let's make sure you're set up correctly. First, you need 2 devices, ideally one with a large screen. Second, on the large screen, visit www.youtube.com/Quran Club and watch our live stream at 7 p.m. every Tuesday. Third, on the screen, you'll see a code and a set of instructions on how to join the quiz. Type them in and you're ready to go. But before we start, let's run over the rules of the quiz. First, only correct answer will score any points. Second, the faster you answer, the more points you get. But remember, it has to be correct. And finally, you can't change your answer once you've tapped it in. Now you're all set to go. We'll shortly be starting after 7 p.m. We're just waiting for people to set up and join. Listen carefully to my lessons in the video and read the sections of the Quran before the quiz to help you get the most answers correct. And may the best family win. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Second technical problem of today. The problem is I'm trying to manage my studio whilst also talking. So going back to all that, the first, you missed all the bad jokes. I'm sorry, I can't repeat those bad jokes, but inshallah, this is going to be clearer. So I'm looking at the chat. By the time this COVID thing is all done, I'm going to be the expert in managing all this, inshallah. So we've got 41 players. As I was explaining, go into www.kahoot.it and type in the code 72148. We'll be starting in another minute or two. Now share this on Facebook. It's on Facebook. I'm going to give you a slight secret. I noticed that YouTube is slightly faster. Now, does that mean Google is better than Facebook? Who knows? I don't know. But join it, share it with friends and family. We want to get as many players as possible and share it throughout Facebook, throughout WhatsApp. We all know how to do that. This is completely free. No one's paying anything for it. Inshallah, it's going to be really fun. I'm super excited. Now, today, we're going to be going through Juz' 29. So that's Juz' 29 of the Quran. We're going to be asking all sorts of questions from this. You should have a Quran with you. Oops. Breaking my stuff on my table. You should have a Quran with you, inshallah. You will be allowed to use it. The purpose of this is to get familiar with the Quran. And of course, as the juz'as get harder, unless you're a hafiz, mashallah, tabarakallah, you probably don't know most of that. And unless you are one of those amazing people who have like a photographic memory, you probably will need it. Now, we've tried to grade the questions so kids can take part and harder ones for the adults. We want your feedback. So before I forget, inshallah, at the end of this, I'm going to send the short survey. So don't close it yet. You're going to get a survey that pops up on your phone and you'll give me feedback on how it went. So I'm hoping this is a lot smoother today and everything is good. I've got it on my phone so I can check everything's cool. And alhamdulillah, super excited. So we're going to start in another minute. Keep sharing this, guys. We've got 67 players now. It's going bigger and bigger. It's going wider and wider, alhamdulillah. If you don't like the fact that I made the anonymized names, write it in the comments. I want to know. If you like to be called Charizard or Darth Vader, I found out who Darth Vader was, and it wasn't my father. it was a cunning man, mashallah. He snuck up and got the right answer. I've got to be honest, I also find out who the first #1 people were. Alhamdulillah, that was also very good. So we're going to be starting, inshallah, super excited. Are you all ready? This is all going to be kickstarting very soon. Alhamdulillah. So, are you ready? Let's go. Juz' 29. Now, before we start, let's give you some information. This is, of course, provided by the Quran Club. We spent time putting this together, trying to work out the technical knowledge, etc., of how to get this up and running. There is always going to be some lag. That is unavoidable, unfortunately, because the internet takes a while for things to get to you. So we've factored that into the questions. So we've made the questions a bit longer so you have more time to answer it. But don't worry, if everyone has the same disadvantage, it's fair. But before we carry on, the Quran Club wants you to download the app on your phone. With Ramadan coming up, last year we read 1 million pages in Ramadan. We want to do the same this Ramadan. And of course, we've just launched our Quran Club Challenge, a really exciting program which is there to design to get you and your children to be reading more Quran. Can you read the whole Quran in 30 days? Now, for those who do have children, you can sign them up. It's one of the most exciting things. You sign them up, you deposit some money, and then for every day they read, they'll be earning some money from what you deposited. It's worked really, really well. So many kids are using this. So many people are really happy with what's happening. And alhamdulillah, we're really confident it's going to go well. So download the app. You can join the challenge from the app. We're really excited. We've just had a bunch of child Oscar-winning actors film at home and send us stuff. We're making a video of it. It's going to be amazing. But let's start, insha'allah. So, how well do you know Juz' 29? Are you ready? Let's go. Question number 1. Juz' 29 in the Quran is famously named Juz' what? Tabarak, Amma, Mulk, or Mumtahina. So the answer's coming in already. Juz' 29 is famously known as what? Tabarak, Amma, Mulk, or Mumtahina. Easy question. We're warming you up. We're warming you up. I know most of you know this. I think you're going to coast through. Don't worry, the hard ones are coming. They are pretty challenging. And they're going to kind of cause you a bit of confusion as well. It's going to be really interesting. Loads of answers. Good to see we're doubling in the number of participants. 72 people partaking today. It's going to be super, super fun. Is Juz' Amma famously known as what? Well, 72 of you have answered. Let's see how many of you got it right. 44. Already knocking off some of those people. Let's see who's in first place. Green Dragon. He's a dragon and he's green, or she, who knows. And Charming Egret is in second position. Whoever you are, we'll find out. But for now, you're just known as Green Dragon. Let's see if you carry on the lead. So it's question number 2. Which surah has the fewest number of ayahs in Juz' 29? Is it Al-Qiyamah, Al-Mursalat, Nuh, or Al-Muzammil? I shouldn't say Al-Nuh, I should say Nuh. Named after the Prophet. Is it Surah Al-Qiyamah, Al-Mursalat, Surah Nuh, or Al-Muzammil? Put in your answer right now. Of course, just to remind you those joined late, you can't type in your own name. We block that. Give us a feedback if you don't like that. We would like to know. But let's see who's answering. It's getting rapid. Remember, the faster you answer, the more points you get. So it depends if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. This is all a bit of an experiment. We're finding it out. Shout out to Brother Salman, who tried to help me. He's far more technical than I am. And actually, I couldn't figure it out. So I had to try and do our own things. Answers still coming in. Is it Al-Qiyamah, Mursalat, Surah Nuh, or Al-Muzammil? Which has the fewest ayahs? Now, if you had time, you can open it. Remember, go for the correct answer, not just the fastest. Check it in the Quran now. The answer is Al-Muzammil. Now, that was level. Now, a lot of you are going for speed. You shouldn't go for speed. You have to go for accuracy. Remember, 21 people got that right because it's Al-Muzammil. And Green Dragon is still in number 1 position. But lots of change just underneath. It's going to be interesting. Let's see how this goes. Question number 3 or 5. How many ayahs does Surah Al-Mulk have? Now, this is easy. Is it 29, 28, 30, or 31? I said this in the wrong order. 28, 29, 30, or 31. How many ayahs does Surah Al-Mulk have? It's a tough question. But to be honest with you, there's actually a challenge going on. Shout out to Feed, their amazing channel. They do a lot of amazing work. They're setting a challenge if you can memorize Surah Al-Mulk in Ramadan. Now that's a bit of a clue. Maybe I shouldn't have given that away, I should have kept quiet. But it gives you a bit of an idea as to how that challenge will work. I'll explain it in a bit. But how many ayahs does Surah Al-Mulk have? 28, 29, 30, or 31? Good to see so many people participating. I'm sure there's many families around. So every answer is actually probably 3-4 people. So you've got about, a couple of hundred people participating in this quiz. That's pretty amazing, inshallah. And every week we hope we'll get bigger and bigger. Hopefully our software gets better and better. My computer is pretty old. It's funny because, alhamdulillah, time's up. And it's 30, well done. And there you understand the purpose of that challenge. 57 of you got that right. Hopefully 57 of you will be joining the Umfi challenge to memorize the Quran. To memorize Surah Al-Mulk in Ramadan. Because it's 30 verses, 1 ayah a day. Green Dragon's fast, very fast, but the rest of you, it's level still. It's tough, but there will be questions that will catch you out. Make sure you're right and not just fast. Let's carry on. Which surah described Al-Walid ibn Mughira, father of Khalid ibn Walid? Is it Al-Jinn, Al-Muddathir, Al-Muzammil, or Al-Qalam? Which surah describes Al-Walid ibn Mughira? Is it Al-Jinn, Al-Muddathir, Al-Muzammil, or Al-Qalam? So, insha'allah, I didn't realize it was so loud, the music. I tried to fix that now, but you have to deal with my voice instead, alhamdulillah. So we won't share the computer sounds, insha'allah. So see how well you can do. Alhamdulillah. Thanks guys for letting me know in the comments. I am a one-man band here. I literally have no one to help me with the computer stuff. I'm having to do the hosting, the maestro, the questions. Inshallah, that's all going to get you the right answer. 74 answers coming in. It's al-Muddathir. Very well done. So of course, it's really important in the Quran, you don't just know the Arabic, but you know the translation, but also you know some of the story and the backstory behind it. And it's good so many of you got that right. That's really amazing. So of course, this story was a very difficult story for our beloved Khalid bin Walid, the great commander of the Prophet ﷺ, the sword of Allah Azza wa Jal. When he became Muslim, one of the things that he had to try and overcome was this difficulty, and you can't imagine how painful that must have been. But of course, truth surpasses anything else, and Al-Walid ibn Mughira is one of the greatest enemies of the Prophet ﷺ, and he's mentioned in the surah. Not by name, though, I should add. So at what time is it sunnah to recite Surah Al-Mulk? Is it after Fajr, after Dhuhr, after Maghrib, or after Isha? Now, Surah Al-Mulk is a really blessed surah. You should be reading it often. You should try and get as much reading as you can, especially in Ramadan. Now's the time to be building your habits. But at what time is it sunnah to recite Surah Al-Mulk? If you've been reading it, inshallah, that's a blessing, a big, big blessing. If you've been following me on Facebook, you might have heard me read it a few times, but maybe giving you a bit of clues. But we want to establish these sunnahs of the Prophet ﷺ. Whoever follows these sunnahs, whoever follows the Prophet ﷺ in his sunnahs is like he's following the Prophet. And of course, he's getting closer to Allah Azza wa Jal. Because whoever follows the Prophet is following Allah. And we want to try and establish these things. So this quiz is asking, what time is it sunnah to recite Surah Al-Mulk? Is it after Fajr, after Dhuhr, after Maghrib, or after Isha? Good to see so many there. I'm still, reading the comments on YouTube. Keep sharing your idea. It's after Isha. The Prophet ﷺ mentioned that if a person recites it before they go to bed, it's a protection for them in the grave. It's from the punishment of the grave. So Surah Al-Mulk will defend you from all the evils when you enter into your grave. So it's a very good habit to get practicing, inshallah. Joyful Stork is number 1. Green Dragon has gone down, but jumped back up to 2nd position. And Dandy Cheetah is in 3rd place. Now, some of you asked if I can talk about some of the other people in other positions. The website doesn't let me. So unless you're in top 5, I'm sorry, but you're not getting a mention. I hope Dr. Shark isn't the person I think it is, but who knows? Everyone's a doctor these days, alhamdulillah. Shout out to the doctors. So which prophet is not mentioned in this chapter? It's meant to be in this juz'at, that is. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Ibrahim, Yunus, or Nuh. So which prophet is not mentioned in juz'at Tabarak in Juz 29. It's really important. It's actually, I think, quite an interesting question, this one. I hope I haven't got it wrong in the answers. I got one answer wrong last time. I clicked the wrong button, so I'm sorry about that. But this is going to be super fun. I'm not going to ask you, but there's a bonus question that's going to come after this, which I'm going to mention. It's not part of the quiz, but which prophet is not mentioned in this chapter? Let's see if you can get any of these right. Alhamdulillah. Lots of people answering. How well do you know the Quran? How well are you reading Juz Tabarak? If you don't, it's a chance now to get to know it. I mean, what we're trying to do with this quiz is make the Quran fun for your kids, for the family, to get around together, to force you to open the book and to read. I mean, that's what we're trying to do with this quiz. And inshallah, that's getting you to do that and hopefully getting you engaged. Alhamdulillah. So, it's Ibrahim alayhi salam. So very few of you got that right. Surah Yunus is mentioned at the end of Surah Al-Qalam, where Allah says, Sahib al-Hut, idh nadahu huwa makdhum. He talks about the companion of the whale, the person of the whale, which of course is referring to Yunus. Surah Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is referred to in Mudaththir and Muzammil, and Surah Nuh has a surah named after him. And Ibrahim alayhi salam is not mentioned directly. So it's going to be big changes here. Joyful Stork still in number 1, but Charming Egret jumped right up there, right up, mashallah. So I hope all my guys on Facebook are managing okay. Which surah mentions the story of Yunus? I kind of gave the answer away. I forgot that question was there, but which surah mentioned? You see who's paying attention to me, inshallah. So is it Al-Qalam, Al-Insan, Al-Jinn, and Al-Muddathir? If you guys are paying attention, you would have got this right, but inshallah, make sure that you guys are all okay. So I hope the guys on Facebook are all okay. Guys on YouTube, give us a shout out where you are. Let us know. Drop us a message as well. I think most of you know who I am anyway. If you don't, you can drop me a message on the Quran Club and I'll try and reach back out to you. We're trying to figure out how this all works and how it will all go for different people, inshallah. So do share it. Don't forget to share it. Even if people join late. We had a late comer actually come second last time because they joined late, alhamdulillah. So keep sharing it, letting us know which surah mentions the story of Yunus. And of course, we've added this delay because some internet problems, etc. If you've answered it quickly, that's fine, but double check your answer, see if you can get it right. Alhamdulillah. So we've got Al-Qalam correct. I actually gave you the answer in the previous bit, but the ayah, bonus point, if you can mention it, is what? And you can look at that in your Quran. Where is Allah talking about Yunus alayhi salam? Very good. Joyful Stork still number 1. Lots of movements going on here. Right. The next round. This is all about your understanding. So this was a popular round last time. To be fair, all the rounds were popular. I asked people which ones they liked. Everyone gave me a different answer. Do give me your opinion, inshallah. But what we're going to do, some people really love this one, is we're going to read a section of the Quran. Now, what you need to do is you need to try and remember, just like this man over here, stretching memories, kind of getting it right. You need to try and remember what is said, and you're going to answer questions on it, inshallah. So today's surah, of course, provided by the wonderful Dr. Musharraf Hussain, who translated a beautiful translation. We are going to use another translation. It's not personal. There is Dr. Mustafa in Canada, of course, who's done an amazing translation called The Clear Quran. And there's another translation by, of course, Professor Abdul Halim, which is an incredible translation as well. But Dr. Musharraf is incredibly close to me. I love this translation. It's very simple for kids. And that's what he's tried to do this. Make it really simple for people in plain English. So, Surah Al-Dahr, the time. We're going to read this. Pay attention to all the different parts. So it says, the purpose of human creation, which is the subject matter of this paragraph. Hasn't there been a phase in human history when humans were nothing worthy of mention? We created human from a drop of mixed fluid to test. We gave them hearing and sight. We showed the straight path to see whether they would be thankful or be unthankful denier. For the disbeliever, we prepared chains, iron collars, and a blazing fire. The righteous will drink wine mixed with fragrant herbs, a drink from a freely flowing spring made for the servants of Allah. Who are the righteous? They fulfill their vows fear a day whose horror is widespread. They feed the needy, the orphan, and the prisoner for the love of Allah, saying, we feed you for His sake. We don't want some payment or thanks from you. We fear a day of calamity and destruction coming from our Lord. Allah will protect them from the distress of that day. Their faces will shine with joy. A glowing description of the delights of paradise. He rewarded them with breathtaking gardens and silk clothing for the patience they showed. They will rest on comfortable sofas, and they won't have extreme heat or bitter cold. Low-hanging branches will give them shade, and clusters of fruits will be close at hand. They will be served in crystal-like silver cups. Selecting the size of the cup to drink from, they will have a drink mixed with ginger from the spring of Salsabil. Eternal youth will serve them, and when you see them, you will think they are pearls. When you look around these delightful scenes, you will see an immense, blissful kingdom. Their fine clothes will be made of green silk and brocade. They will be adorned with silver bracelets, and their Lord will give them pure drinks. It will be said, there is the reward for you, and today your tireless efforts are gratefully acknowledged. The messenger is urged to be patient. We gradually revealed the majestic Quran to you. So wait patiently for the judgment of your Lord. And don't obey any of them, the sinners or the ungrateful person. Remember the name of your Lord in the morning and evening, and prostrate to Him and glorify Him throughout the night. These people love the short-lived world and dislike the weighty day ahead of them. We created them and strengthened their ligaments and joints. If we wanted, we could have totally replaced the likes of them. This is a reminder for anyone who wants to take the road to his Lord. You can't have it unless Allah wills to show you the way. And Allah is knowing, wise. He cares for anyone He wants, and for the wrongdoers, He has prepared a painful punishment. Now, of course, I hope you took some notes. I hope you've stored it all here, insha'Allah. We're going to be asking you some questions on these. Lots and lots of things to think about. Now, we gave a khutbah last Friday on the beauties of paradise, and I was amazed at how much that resonated with people. And this surah is one of the most visual descriptions of paradise. I really recommend take some time and read it yourself, insha'Allah. But you can have the Quran in front of you, and we're going to get ready for the next section. Let's go. How are the cups described in the surah? Pearl-like, crystal-like, gem-like, pure-like. How are the cups described in the surah? Is it pearl-like, crystal-like, gem-like, or pure-like? There's lots of answers coming in straight away. People feel confident. Inshallah, you can remember. Hopefully, it looks nothing like that cup in the picture, because that cup is boring. It doesn't even have any pattern or anything on it. But how are the cups described in the surah? See how many of you are paying attention to this thing. How many of you, insha'Allah, would be drinking from these cups in Jannah? You'll remember me when you get them, insha'Allah. The Prophet ﷺ said, when you're in Jannah and you remember someone who's not there, Allah will take them out of hellfire and let them join you. They'll bring them out of hellfire just because he's your friend, he's your mate. So inshallah, one day when you're drinking in your cup, not a bottle like this, but when you're drinking your cup in Jannah, you remember me for what they look like. 76 answers, 78 answers. And it's crystal-like, very good. Alhamdulillah, many of you paying attention. There were other mentions of things, but it's going to be good, inshallah. None of the top people got the right answer, but they're still at the top. But look how much amazing dolphin jumped up. Caring dolphin got the highest answer streak. Now, if you get a streak, I believe you get more points. It kind of accumulates. So let's keep going, inshallah. Next question. Which spring will they drink from? Is it Salsabil, Kawthar, Tur, or Ward? Which one? Now, all of these are Arabic words. Try to give a variety of different options. Salsabil, Kawthar, Tur, or Ward. Which one? Which spring will they be drinking from? Now, just imagine, I like to kind of mention in the khutbah, you have to use your imagination. Just imagine yourself drinking from the fountain, that spring as it's coming, inshallah, and just imagine the joy and the pleasure that you get from that. Was it Salsabil, Kawthar, Tur, or Ward? Now you can have the book in front of you. You can be checking this as we're going along, inshallah. Keep sharing this video, by the way. I can see more people joining. Doesn't matter when you join, you could still potentially be a winner, inshallah. Love to see so many families. Can you let me know how many of you are part of a team? Let me know also who you are, because I don't know the names because we randomly generated them. But inshallah, I want to know. I want to know who's doing what. Salsabil, very good. Alhamdulillah. 60 of you got that right. Let's carry on. All doing brilliantly well. Joyful Stork still at the top. Polite Owl, for being polite, has jumped into 4th place. And they're on an amazing streak of 3. Alhamdulillah. Let's see how this goes, inshallah. What will be mixed in the drink from Salsabil? Spices, fragrant herbs, ginger, or sugar? Now, this is a tough one. Is it spices, fragrant herbs, ginger, or sugar? What was mentioned in the ayah? Now, I want the wording of the ayah. You can argue whatever you want. I'm not talking about that, you know. I want to know what was used. What Dr. Musharraf used. He must have spent ages, mashallah, choosing the precise words, the best words that he felt describe the ayahs in the Quran. So which words describe that? Was it spices, fragrant herbs, ginger, or sugar? Now, one thing to mention, I mean, this is a spring coming from the earth. It's water they're drinking, and it's already got herbs mixed in it. These, that's not giving the answer. It doesn't mean it's herbs. I just used the general word. Which one is it? Because Allah is giving us things that we can't even imagine. The quality of it, the beauty of it, alhamdulillah. 58. MashaAllah. I can see Rafiq Abu Sofia has joined us. Assalamu alaikum to you. You missed the plug out for Ilm Feed, but I hope that's inshallah a beauty. We were talking about the Surah Al-Mulk challenge, alhamdulillah. So, Charming Iga is jumped to number 1. Polite Owl is in number 2. Anyone who's polite is always number 1. The Prophet ﷺ mentioned the greatest, the epitome of character is to be polite, to be kind of haya, as they say. Okay. Which person was not described as being fed? So the prisoner, the poor, the orphan, or the needy? Now, again, we need the wording. We don't want to be pedantic. I could have used the Arabic words, but it's going to be difficult to kind of get much more difficult for you. We want you to pick up the meaning. So how many things are you picking up? Alhamdulillah. So we've got Groovy Griffin, Mr. Fawad Rana. Alhamdulillah. How many of you are Smart Ginger for Levisha and Harith, or Smart Griffin rather? Alhamdulillah. This is hopefully, I got someone praising my commentary. Zakia, honestly, I'm going to use you as brownie points in front of my family. They always say I just talk a load of rubbish all the time, alhamdulillah. But I'm glad it's enjoyment, alhamdulillah. We want to make this beneficial, make this fun. It's a quiz, it's a family quiz, and a chance for you to learn more about the Quran, maybe stuff you would never have seen before. So which person was not fed or not described as being fed? The prisoner, the poor, the orphan, the needy. And it's the poor. So Allah says, miskinan wa yatiman wa asira. I'm trying to think of the translations there, but it's prison, miskinan, which is a needy, wa yatiman, or the orphan, and wa asira, which is the prisoner. So the poor wasn't mentioned specifically. Now there's going to be people arguing which wording, etc. But sorry, it's not. Alhamdulillah. But prisoner is mentioned. That's really interesting. People who are unjustly captured should be at the highest of our concerns. We should be praying for them and making lots of du'as for them. It's actually one of the single most important du'as of people that can make. So when a person is making a du'a and they are unjustly imprisoned, Allah will answer the du'as. There's no barrier between them. And they don't have to even be Muslim. So be very careful of the people being unjustly imprisoned. In Jannah, Allah Azza wa Jalla explicitly mentions believers will drink which drink? Water, honey, tea, or wine. Now you have to be specific with my wording of the question here. I said, in Jannah, Allah explicitly mentions the believers will drink what? Which drink? Now, I think my thing might be covering some of the question. I can't do much about that. But is it water, honey, tea, or wine? Now we're experimenting on the Facebook stream today. If Facebook was working for you, let me know, because on my computer it seems to be frozen, but that's probably because I'm doing this and it's not working well together. Imagine yourself in Jannah. What drink would you order? If you can get any order coming to you, what drink would it be? Is it some of those fancy mocktails? Is it something you've never tried? What things would you try to mix? It'd be interesting. But Allah mentions a drink here that is specifically for the believers in Jannah. And the answer is wine. Very good. Most of you got that right. Most of you got that right. Naughty, naughty. As someone is famously quoted to say, alhamdulillah, it's wine. Allah gives us wine in Jannah, a wine which doesn't make us drunk, but it's nourishing and quenching and very fulfilling. So if you're impatient, be patient, because you will get to drink it, inshallah, in Jannah. And you'll get a wine that's amazing and doesn't give you an after or hangover after, inshallah. Next one. What color will the fine clothes be? The wording of that question is terrible. What color are the fine clothes? Is it white, red, green, or blue? No, this one, you've got to be careful. I'm going to warn you, the color of the button does not correspond to the color of the thing I wrote. Loads of people are going to get this confused. Be careful. Don't go for fast. Go for correct. What color will the fine clothes be? Is it white, red, green, or blue? Inshallah. So, and let me know if you guys are liking this, inshallah. I can see Uncle Athar. I love Uncle Athar. If anyone ever comes to Solihull, they have to meet Uncle Athar and support his amazing charity that he's doing, mashallah. It's Ramadan coming up. You have to support the Jannat al-Firdaus charity. They do some incredible work with orphans in Pakistan, mashallah. And Allah bless him and all those who work in that charity, Auntie Alia, Uncle Shazad, etc. But back to the point and topic. What color will the fine clothes be? Is it white, red, green, or blue? Alhamdulillah. So good to see people enjoying it. It's green. Alhamdulillah. If you don't like green clothes, what's wrong with you? Green is beautiful. Alhamdulillah. And green, of course, is the color of the dome of the Prophet ﷺ. People worry, why are we obsessed with green? Where's the bid'ah and stuff? People attach themselves to what they love. And if they love the Prophet ﷺ, anything that indicates him, they love it. And those who wear green, and I see them wear green, it's because of that love, alhamdulillah. And you can't fault that. It's beautiful. Which time is not mentioned? Is it morning, afternoon, evening, or night? Which time was not mentioned in this ayah? Alhamdulillah. So, good to see people engaging. Good to see people enjoying this. Alhamdulillah. So, time is incredibly important. If, as a bonus point, what was the name of the surah? Of course. And what was the other name of the surah, in fact, that some people call it by? It's actually, in fact, time. Time is incredibly important. Allah oaths by time because he wants us to show just how important it is. So which one is it? Morning, afternoon, evening, and night. And what did Allah mention about these times? And how did we do it? So you can see on your keypad the position you're in. Inshallah, if you're enjoying this, if you're liking this, please share it. We want more people. It'll be so much fun if we get this as a global thing we do together. Somebody asked, are we doing this in Ramadan? We will be doing this in Ramadan, inshallah. And actually, the answer is afternoon. Allah Azza says in وَاذْكُرْ اسْمَ رَبَّكَ بُكْرَةً وَعَشِيًّا وَمِنَ اللَّيْلِ فَتَهَجَّدْ بِهِ نَافِلَةً لَكَ. Right? Or I might have got the ayah from a different point, but the point is it was morning and evening, and then night was mentioned about praying at night, but the afternoon wasn't mentioned explicitly. Now, just quickly to mention, we are doing this in Ramadan. Can you please let me know the time? I set 7 o'clock because I thought it's a good time before iftar, and it keeps the kids engaged. You can engage in the Quran at a time when people will be low energy. Let me know, because I want to carry on the idea of this to do it regularly. And we're doing it once a week at the moment. Do you want it twice a week? Is there demand? Let me know. We'll see if we can manage it, inshallah. Polite owl is in number 1. Golden wolf in second position. Who are these people? Epic moments from Kitty Princess, apparently. Alhamdulillah. People really enjoying this. Good to see. Loving the conversation. Which jewelry will we be adorned with? Is it a ring, necklace, bracelet, or crown? A ring, necklace, bracelet, or crown. Which jewelry would we be adorned with? Now, of course, in Jannah, you can get everything you want. Imagine the types of jewelry you can get. Men as well, you can get jewelry. Inshallah, you can wear your rings, your gangster chains, whatever floats your boat. In Jannah, no one's judging. You can do what you like, inshallah. But which jewelry will you be adorned with in Jannah, inshallah? So, lots of answers coming in, people still engaging. Don't worry about your position. I really don't really care about that. The idea of this is that you learn something about the Quran, you can engage with the Quran, keep it fun. But don't ever write yourself off. I mean, look, the polite owl is number one, and they came out of nowhere. You know, I think if you just keep working hard, answering right, have the Quran in front of you, inshallah, you can engage. Now, anyone who's joined late, the instructions are always at the bottom here. So it says kahoot.it and the game pin is 72148. The answer is a bracelet. It's a silver bracelet. Allah Azza wa asawira min fiddatin. Yeah. Alhamdulillah. MashaAllah. So not much change there. 12 players have an answer streak of 4. Wow. So we've got the next stage, learn the words. So this is another type of challenge. We're going to go through a set number of ayahs, inshallah. The Quran is really important for you to understand. And if you can learn 1 or 2 words out of this quiz, 5 or 6 words, whatever it is, if you can learn them, then you're one step closer to understanding it. And when you hear that, inshallah, you begin to get that familiarity. So we're going to go through Surah Al-Muddathir. Lots of short ayahs, lots of tough words, and I want to just go through word by word. Now, of course, there's brilliant translations you can get. These are our friends at Quran.com, doing an amazing job. I mean, mashallah, it's a free provision. They really service a lot of people, mashallah. So we're going to read through it bit by bit, and you need to learn the word, okay? Now, Arabic is complex, words are compounded, and I'm going to try and break that down where possible. So it goes, Ya ayyuha. Ya in Arabic is O. So when you're calling someone, say Ya Talha. So you're saying Ya ayyuha. Ayyuha is you. So O you al-muddathir, the person who covers himself. Okay? Ya ayyuha al-muddathir. Qum means stand up. Fa'anzir, and warn. Fa is the and, is like kind of a consequence. Anzir is to warn. Qum, stand. Fa'anzir. Wa rabbaka. Yeah, wa is and, rabbaka is your Lord. And your Lord. Wa rabbaka. The ka in Arabic means your. So if I say rabbaka, and it means your for a male. Okay? Wa rabbaka fakabbir. Now make sure you're learning this stuff because we're going to ask you in a second. Fakabbir means to magnify, to glorify, to praise. Yeah? To make him kabir. Wa and thiyaba, which is your clothing, wa thiyabaka, and your clothing, fa tahir. Fa is kind of like a consequence, and your clothes purify. So purify your garments, we'd say in English. Wal rujza, and uncleanliness, filth. Fahjur, yeah, avoid. Fahjur. And of course, the fa is the initial with the kind of particle that's attached to it. Uhjur is to avoid. You'll learn this gradually. Quiz by quiz, you'll be there. You'll be masters of this. Wa, again, and. La means not, don't. Tamnun, which is to confer a favor. When you min on someone, when you do manna, is when you do someone a favor and then you ask for kind of, didn't I do this for you? Didn't I do this for you? Right? That's tamnun. Tastakthir, to acquire more. Wali rabbika fasbir. And I forgot to go through it carefully. Tastakthir, to acquire more. Wa, and. Li, to. Wali rabbika. So here you have kind of 4 words in one. Wa is and. Li, for. Rabb, your Lord. Ka is your. You learn how these words attach in Arabic. It's a beautiful language. Wali rabbika fasbir. Okay? Right. We'll go over that one more time. Ya ayyuha, O you al-muddathir, who covers himself. Qum, stand. Fa'anzir, and warn. Wa rabbaka, and your Lord. Fakabbir, magnify. Wa thiyabaka, and your clothing. Fatahhir, purify. Wal rujza, and uncleanliness. fahjur, avoid. Wala, and do not. Tamnun, confer a favor. Tastakthir, to acquire more. Wali rabbika, and your Lord, be patient, fasbir, yeah, and be steadfast with your Lord. Okay. So, just to be fair, we're going to use the wording that was used in that word-by-word translation. Otherwise, you can insert all your interpretations and tafsirs. But we're going to stick with that wording just to make it easy. Inshallah, the idea is to get you to learn new words and gradually, bit by bit, understand the Quran. So what does this word mean? You're going to see it on the screen. The kaf in rabbaka. What's the kaf mean? Is it your, his, my, or our? Is it your, his, my, or our? What does the kaf mean? If you hear rabbaka, what does ka? What's the ka indicating here? Is it your, his, my, or our? Alhamdulillah. So, it's good to see people asking for this twice a week. Clearly enjoying this, alhamdulillah. Well, rabbaka, and your Lord. Is it the kaf? Oop, I just gave away the answer. I'm terrible. If that was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, I would have destroyed this quiz. There would have been a millionaire just by me slipping up over and over again. Alhamdulillah. Wa rabbaka. I'm going to switch the light on. See, these kind of things you don't get in studio television. A guy rolling back to switch the light on in his room. But alhamdulillah, you want to be able to, well, maybe you don't want to be able to see me, it's a favor. But all of you got it right, or most of you, alhamdulillah, 70 people, that's really impressive. That's a letter that you can recognize now. Whenever you hear a kaf at the end of a word, it often is referring to the pronoun you or your. What does this word mean? Wa thiyabaka, your intention, your clothing, your horse, or your words. Wa thiyabaka. Is it your intention, your clothing, your horse, or your words? What does the word thiyabaka mean? So these are ways of us learning these new words, inshallah. It's a beautiful surah. Make sure you read that surah. It's one of my favorites, alhamdulillah. I have many favorites, all of them my favorite, but there's a beautiful backstory behind it, alhamdulillah, and it's lots of deep meaning, alhamdulillah. I heard Shaykh Abdul Nasir Jangda once talk about the tafsir of this surah, and it's really stuck with me since, and Surah Al-Muzammil as well. But alhamdulillah, lots and lots to benefit from, inshallah. So wa thiyabaka, does it mean your intention, your clothing, your horse, or your words? Alhamdulillah. And of course it means your clothing. Very good. Good to see people really getting this right, learning the answers, alhamdulillah. So you're learning these words. Inshallah, you recognize these when someone tells you this. What does this word mean? Qum. Does it mean stand, rap, speak, or go? Qum. Stand, rap, speak, or go. What does it mean? So, of course, you haven't been seeing the leaderboard. It's a good question. Why haven't you been seeing the leaderboard? Kahoot. Why have they not been seeing the leaderboard? Kahoot, honestly. Can't rely on anything, inshallah. If you guys like this, we're planning to, with the Quran Club, build this out more and more. We can integrate it in the app, etc. We wanted to use, there's a program called IslamicQuizzes.com. They've just launched an app, actually, mashallah. I know the brother, beautiful brother. We wanted to try and use his facility, but it just wasn't working in the way we needed it at the moment. But do download their app, QuranicQuizzes.com. They've got this amazing platform. They are offering Islamic quizzes you can watch, etc. But it's a fun way. We want to try and do this with the Quran Club and get more and more people engaged. So, what does it mean? Stand, rap, speak, or go. Of course, it means to stand. Very good. So, 57 if you got that right. Qum means to stand. Okay. Not much change going on right here. Not much change. So this is getting tight at the top. So we're going to hope to finish for Maghrib. But what does this word mean? Warujza. Warujza. Does it mean clothes, idols, glorify, or uncleanliness? What does warujza mean? So be sure to make sure you read the question carefully before you answer anything. Make sure you get it right. Clothes, idols, glorify, or uncleanliness. What does it mean? Warujza. Now, if you're having fun, please let us know. We want your feedback. Message me after, inshallah. Is it too long, too short? How are the questions? Hard, easy? What category of questions you're finding the most entertaining and most useful? It's really interesting for us. So this category I really wanted to do because I want to kind of, most of us don't speak Arabic. And even those who do might not recognize all these words. They're not necessarily in our common speech, right? In Arabic, we call, I can't give away the answer. I almost gave it away again. Almost. I'll mention it in 9 seconds once, once the countdown is done. What does warujsa mean? 81 answers. We're getting more people join. Alhamdulillah, good to see people joining. It means uncleanliness. In Syrian, we call it zbali. Right? If my brother Ubadu is here, he'd emphasize the pronunciation of zbali, right? Because he finds it's quite funny, to be fair. Uncleanliness, very good. Oh, new second place, carrying dolphin. Polite, oh, golden wolf. I believe is Rafiq. This is really engaging. It's going to be tight. I'm going to warn you, the last rounds are really tough and they've got bonus points. I've put them up. So you're going to be tough. But let's keep going. What does this word mean? فَأَنذِرْ. Stand, magnify, warn, cloak. Now, of course, we have the fa here. The fa is a particle which is attached to the word. The actual word is andir. Does it mean to stand, magnify, warn, or cloak? What does it mean? Now, hopefully you guys are sitting with your family, your kids, you're letting them press the button once in a while. I know you're competitive. We want to see families together. Can you take a picture? I'm going to pause after this round. Take a picture and send it to us because we want to post these and get people engaged because we've got one family. Auntie Alia, Brother Omar Siddiqui, Uncle Athar, you guys are legends, always sending us photos, mashallah. But I want you all to take us a photo. Don't do it yet. Wait till the round's over because otherwise your answer might get ruined. If you're using your phone to answer, that might be a problem. I don't know what's going to happen if that does happen. Don't want to be put in trouble. But inshallah, the round is up. فَأَنذِرْ means to warn. Very good. 49 of you got that right. So anzir is to warn. When someone says indhar, it's like a warning. Take a picture, take a selfie, put your hijabs on, whatever it is. I want some family pictures. This is an amazing activity. We can accommodate for up to 2,000 people, inshallah. And it's going to grow. We double the number of people this week, alhamdulillah. Polite Al still in place number 1, carrying dolphin, golden shark, Dr. Shark, amazing mule. If you're in a different position, drop it in the chat. I would love to hear it, inshallah. I hope you're all enjoying this. What does this word mean? Tamnun. Is it to seek a favor, beg, reward, ignore? What does tamnun mean? Is it to seek a favor, beg, reward, or ignore? What does it mean, inshallah? So, again, you're learning more words. It's a beautiful thing, alhamdulillah. Inshallah, you learnt 6 words so far, maybe more. But they're words that can stay with you and you can make a note of them, write them down so you can remember. Tamnun, is it seek a favor, beg, reward, or ignore? Inshallah, you learn through mistakes. You learn by going through different questions and getting better. It seems like there's no lagging this time round. Everything's okay. Smart Griffin, we're expecting high places from you guys. Amusing Eagle, got different people. Alhamdulillah. Ah, he's in 5th place. MashaAllah. Or will he be now though? Seek a favor. Of course, tamnun is to seek a favor. It's when you do something for people and then you expect a reward in return. You're kind of, well, didn't I do this for you? Didn't I do this for you? In Islam, if you do something good, you shouldn't kind of tell them to repay you the favor. Now, of course, I mentioned this is brought to you by Quran Club. We are launching the Quran Club Challenge. For those of you who do have children with you, sign them up for the Quran Club Challenge. Can they read the Quran every day of the month of Ramadan? Now, we don't want volume, we want consistency, building a habit. And it's actually a challenge been going on for the last 4 or 5 months. We've been piloting it. The people who have joined have been reading Quran almost 80% of the time. So out of all the days in the week or the month, for the last 4 months, they've been reading 80% of the days, every day. It's a really good way to make the Quran fun, just like this quiz is fun. Do sign them up. It's a beautiful thing, alhamdulillah. And it's going to, all the money will go to your child. And we just take the small admin fee to cover postage and the deliveries and so on. But we really want to get people reading the Quran, inshallah. Do sign up and download the app, inshallah. Next round, right? These are getting harder. Let's see if you can find which surah these ayahs are in. Okay, so we've got 2 more rounds. We're going to try and finish before Maghrib. Maghrib in Birmingham is 8:15. We should have plenty of time, insha'Allah. Where can you find these ayahs, insha'Allah? You ready? Now you can have your Quran in front of you. You can open to the Quran. Obviously that will take time, but that's fine. You're better getting the right answer than rushing and getting the wrong answer. So we want you to learn, insha'Allah, and to learn to search and read and become familiar with the Arabic. Which surah contains this ayah? إنهم يرونه بعيدا. Is it Al-Ma'arij, Al-Mursalat, Al-Haqqa, or Al-Mulk? إنهم يرونه بعيدا. Is it Al-Ma'arij, Al-Mursalat, Al-Haqqa, Al-Mulk? Now, before you think this is going to be easy for you, those who memorized it can often struggle the most because it's not necessarily instant. Have your Quran in front of you, search it, check your answer. It's about correctness, not speed. If you get it wrong, you're getting 0 points. I'm sorry. Doesn't matter how quick you press that button. إنهم يرونه بعيدا. Is it in Surah Al-Ma'arij, Al-Mursalat, Al-Haqqa, or Al-Mulk? Now I want to mention that if you have any ideas for different rounds, let me know. There's obviously limitations, but I've tried to be creative, give a different experience, different angles of the Quran that you can look at, inshallah. So إنهم يرونه بعيدا. Where does it fall? Al-Ma'arij, Al-Mursalat, Al-Haqqa, or Al-Mulk? It's in Al-Ma'arij. Of course. تعرج الملائكة والروح, so it comes after it. I have to do this in my head quickly. I haven't got the answers in front of me, so I'm answering this with you, inshallah. Oof, Charming Egret jumps into 5th place, but the top 4 are pretty solid. They are pretty solid. I'm impressed. So let's see. Polite Owl just came out of nowhere and is in 1st place. So which surah contains this ayah? وَأَنَّا مِنَّا الصَّالِحُونَ وَمِنَّا دُونَ ذَلِكَ كُنَّا طَرَائِقَ قِدَدًا. So is it Al-Qiyamah, Al-Jinn, Nuh, or Al-Insan? Sorry for the small picture. That's just the way the quiz works. وَأَنَّا مِنَّا الصَّالِحُونَ وَمِنَّا دُونَ ذَلِكَ كُنَّا طَرَائِقَ قِدَدًا. Where is that ayah? Is it Al-Qiyamah, Al-Jinn, Nuh, or Al-Insan? Now, of course, all of these surahs are in Juz' 29, so you know that you've got 20 pages to choose from. You can go to those surahs, check which ayah is in. وَأَنَّا مِنَّا الصَّالِحُونَ مِنَّا دُونَ ذَلِكَ. Now, if you're a family competing, have one guy of the Quran checking, another person pressing the button, use maximum efficiency. Let me know, send me some pictures. I'm really keen to see how this is going. Someone's saying, where are you all from? I don't know where you're all from. I can't actually see. Hopefully you're not from the Serengeti, because most of you seem to be cheetahs or lions or something. But Al-Jinn, yes, it's Al-Jinn. So it has actually quite a distinct pattern. So those who did memorize that surah would pick that up. But alhamdulillah. Ooh, Charming Egret jumps into 4th place. Polite Owl, let us know who you are. It's got quite a significant lead now. MashaAllah. Which surah contains this ayah? So وَجَعَلْتُ لَهُ مَالًا مَمْدُودًا. Sorry. Al-Muzammil, Al-Mursalat, Al-Mulk, or Al-Muddathir. وَجَعَلْتُ لَهُ مَالًا مَمْدُودًا. Is it Al-Muzammil, Al-Mursalat, Al-Mulk, or Al-Muddathir? Told you it's not easy. I've memorized these, and you have to rack your brain to think about it. It's not easy. وَجَعَلْتُ لَهُ مَالًا مَمْدُودًا. Is it Al-Muzammil, Al-Mursalat, Al-Mulk, or Al-Muddathir? Inshallah. So this section is impossible. It's not. You have to open to the surah and read the ayahs, maybe. The number is there, by the way. I left the number ayah there. So you can jump to verse 12 in every surah and quickly check it. So at least you'll get the right answer. Of course, if you've memorized the Quran, Allah has put you in a higher station. The people who memorize the Quran have an amazing station, not just them, their parents as well. So that's something you can't do. It's in Surah Al-Muddathir, and may Allah make us all memorizers of the Quran, inshallah. The idea is to build familiarity, make it a bit of fun, but get you opening the Quran, reading, engaging. It's going to be good fun, inshallah. Golden Wolf has jumped into 2nd place. Polite Owl still at the top. Not much change elsewhere. Let's see. in Surah Al-Mursalat, what ayah comes after this one? Now this is really kind of difficult. What ayah comes after this? Alam nuhlik al-awwalin. Okay? What ayah comes after that ayah? Is it انطلقوا إلى ظل ذي ثلاث شعب? Or is it ثم نتبعهم الآخرين? Or is it إلى قدر معلوم? Or is it أحياء أمواتا? Now what we might do is maybe mix it up and put some translations in for future rounds. Let us know, we're experimenting. This has never been done before. It's me, Talha, sitting in my room. Even my own developers are in their own houses, quarantined, they can't help out. But inshallah, put your answers, put your thoughts in. So, إِلَمْ نُهْلِكِ الْأَوَّلِينَ. Is it انطلقوا إلى ظل ذي ثلاث شعب? Is it ثم نتبعهم الآخرين? Is it أحياء أمواتا? Or is it إلى قدر معلوم? Now, of course, I didn't put the ayah reference here, but you can find it. It's in Surah Al-Mursalat. Open Surah Al-Mursalat quickly and check it. The time's up. It's ثُمَّ نُتْبِعُهُمُ الْآخِرِينَ. Very good. 55, you got it right. That's really impressive. That's really impressive. Well done. MashaAllah. Okay, so get ready. We're going to open to the next surah. And then Polite Owl is in first place. Third place is jumped. Charming Egret. Pretty good. Alhamdulillah. This is a double point. In Al-Mursalat, what ayah comes before this one? The one that's always hard to find the one before. وَلَقَدْ كَذَّبَ الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ فَكَيْفَ كَانَ نَكِيرٌ. Is it أَلَا يَعْلَمُ مَنْ خَلَقَ وَهُوَ اللَّطِيفُ الْخَبِيرُ? Is it أَمْ أَمِنْتُمْ مَنْ فِي السَّمَاءِ أَن يُرْسِلَ عَلَيْكُمْ حَاصِبًا فَسَتَعْلَمُونَ كَيْفَ نَذِيرٌ. I just realized I gave you the wrong surah. It's Surah Al-Mulk. I've messed up badly here. I'm sorry. Surah Al-Mulk, Surah Al-Mulk. Quickly turn back. Turn back. Is it Ayah 3, قُلْ هُوَ الَّذِي ذَرَأَكُمْ فِي الْأَرْضِ وَإِلَيْهِ تُحْشَرُونَ. Or is it إِنَّ الَّذِينَ يَخْشَوْنَ رَبَّهُمْ بِالْغَيْبِ لَهُمْ مَغْفِرَةٌ وَأَجْرٌ كَبِيرٌ. Very long ayahs. Surah Al-Mulk, I'm sorry, I got it so wrong, but open to Surah Al-Mulk. Read the ayah. وَلَقَدْ كَذَّبَ الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ فَكَيْفَ كَانَ نَكِيرٌ. I've used this technique to teach kids for years. Alhamdulillah, it's a really good fun way to get people's reading skills better because you're having to do things quickly. It's fun and it's engaging. So those of you who struggle with reading, there's a way to kind of practice it in a way that doesn't feel like a chore. But we're getting 49 answers, 51, 53. It's all coming in now. وَلَقَدْ كَذَّبَ الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ فَكَيْفَ كَانَ نَكِيرٌ. Is it أَلَا يَعْلَمُ مَنْ خَلَقَهُ اللَّطِيفُ الْخَبِيرُ. Remember the before, even the ones who've memorized, it's really hard to get the one before. There's going to be double points. There's going to be a lot changing now. A lot of change I'm expecting, inshallah. So, Mr. and Mrs. Polite Owl here. Is that you? Who's Noor Nabi? MashaAllah. Very good. 42, you got it right. MashaAllah. So maybe it wasn't as hard as I thought. Who said you had to be a Hafiz? MashaAllah. Very impressive. No change in the top 5. Up 27 places. Focused Pony. 27 places. Wow, that's massive. Impressive. MashaAllah. Okay, last round. This is the final round before we finish. There's going to be bonus points here. So you have to place these in the right order. So I'm going to warn you, this is a different game. You're going to see 4 buttons. You've got to press first, second, third, fourth. Okay? You're going to put these ayahs in the right order. Now the surah is mentioned, if I remember. You go to the surah, find the section, put them in the right ayah. The idea is to get you familiar with the Quran, get you reading the Quran. It's a bit of fun. So you're going to see 4 buttons like normal. You've got to press them in the order that you think it appears. Let's go. Puzzle. Double points. Put these verses in the correct order from Surah Al-Muzzammil. I hope I got the surah right. Inna laka fin nahari sabhan tawila. Inna sanulqi alayka qawlan thaqila. Inna nash. Oh. So 1, 2, 3, or 4. So you got the ayahs there. So it's wadhkur isma rabbika wa tabattal ilayhi tabtil. That was pure coincidence. So I completely randomized it and it reappeared in the same order. So press the buttons in the order that it appears. So inna laka fin nahari sabhan tawila. Inna sanulqi alayka qawlan thaqila. Inna nashi'ata al-layli hiya ashaddu wat'an wa aqwamu qila. Wadhkur isma rabbika wa tabattal ilayhi tabtila. It's very hard. We've given a bit of extra time. You may notice 90 seconds to this one. There's going to be 3 rounds of this. This could change it all because How many of you are going to get it right? It's really important to have the Quran in front of you. Surah Al-Muzammil. Open it up. Make sure you have the ayahs there. Check the order. Work as a team. This is where the family quiz element comes in. Let's see which families are coming together doing this, insha'Allah. Alhamdulillah. So 26 answers coming in. The time's almost running out. Oof. Time's almost running out. It's almost 33 answers coming in. Let's see how you guys do. Insha'Allah. So, the correct order, and they don't show, oh, there you go, I can show the media here. So, inna laka fi nahari sabhan tawila. So it was this one. Inna sanulqi alayka qawlan thaqila. Inna nashi'ata al-layli hiya ashaddu wat'an wa aqwa muqila. Inna laka fi nahari sabhan tawila wa adhkur isma rabbika wa tabattal ilayhi tabtila. So you've got the order of the media here and the numbers, inshallah. That was a tough round. I think the lag might have killed a couple of people. It's hard. It's hard. But ooh. Second place, Charming Edgar has jumped up. Polite Owl still in first place. Golden Wolf has jumped down. Alhamdulillah. Not alhamdulillah. I'm not happy about your suffering. Right. Put these verses in Surah Al-Qiyamah in the right order. Surah Al-Qiyamah. Open Surah Al-Qiyamah quickly. We've got يقول الإنسان يومئذ أين المفر إلى ربك يومئذ المستقر ينبأ الإنسان يومئذ بما قدم وأخر and كلا لا وزر. Tough this is. It's very tough. Getting them in the right order. So make sure you take your time. There is a lag. This is probably going to learn for this one. It takes a bit more time. It's a hard round. This is designed for the family element. Those of you who brought your children, your wives, your kids, if you have them, alhamdulillah. Of course, some of us aren't married yet. But if you have your family, your wife, your kids, split the tasks. Let's see who can get them. Open the Quran, get it right, so you can type them in the right order. Be careful. So the task here, they're numbered, the ayahs. Put the number that you see from these ones as you go along. So 23 answers come in. You've got 30 seconds left. Very tough. Alhamdulillah. So what order do you need to follow? So you need to use the numbers that correspond to the keypad, that correspond to the screen. This is probably the hardest round. It's the final round because I want to do something to change things up, see who's going to jump up. Hard though, very hard. But let's see how you guys do. 54 answers coming in, 55. Well, a lot more answers here, 56. 34% got it right. It's tough. So it's number one. يقول الإنسان يومئذ أين المفر. Then you go to number 4. كلا لا وزر. Number 2. إلى ربك يومئذ المستقر. And finally number 3. ينبأ الإنسان يومئذ بما قدم وأخر. Tough round. Let's see the changes. Oh, someone's jumped into 5th place. Elated Ibex, whatever that is. Good, but the top hasn't changed. It's a tough round. All right, last one. Final question, question 35. Double points again. Put these verses in correct order from Surah Al-Qiyamah. إِنَّا كَذَلِكَ نَجْزِي الْمُحْسِنِينَ فَوَفَوَاكِهَ مِمَّا. Oh, this isn't. No, sorry, Surah Al-Mursalat. Surah Al-Mursalat. I'm sorry, I keep messing up. It's a tough being a quiz master on a studio budget of one person. It's Surah Al-Mursalat. Surah Al-Mursalat. It goes, إِنَّا كَذَلِكَ نَجْزِي الْمُحْسِنِينَ وَفَوَاكِهَ مِمَّا يَشْتَهُونَ كُلُوا وَاشْرَبُوا هَنِيئًا بِمَا كُنْتُمْ تَعْمَلُونَ وَيْلٌ يَوْمَئِذٍ لِلْمُكَذِّبِينَ. This is hard. This one's hard. So this is tough. You have to follow the numbers in the picture and you have to put them from the first ayah to the last ayah, right? So the one that comes first, the one that comes last. So you press the number that corresponds to it being first. It's a hard round. I don't say it's easy, but you only should have one correct answer. Alhamdulillah. So let's see how people are getting on. Good to see it's not lagging as much this week. Alhamdulillah. Du'as were answered. I really hope you guys are enjoying this tough quiz. إنا كذلك نجزي المحسنين وفواكه مما يشتهون كلوا واشربوا هنيئا بما كنتم تعملون ويل يومئذ للمكذبين. It's not what you necessarily expect, the order. It's tough. It's a tough one. It's very tough. So 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. 21% got this one right. It's hard. The answer: وفواكه مما يشتهون كلوا واشربوا هنيئا بما كنتم تعملون إنا كذلك نجزي المحسنين ويل يومئذ للمكذبين. So it's 2, then 3, then 1, then 4. Alhamdulillah. So the podium. 3rd place, Golden Wolf. Well done, 29,000 points. Caring Dolphin, that was tight. That's 300 points between you, but I don't know whoever this person is has to message me. Polite Owl, 35,000. That is amazing. That's a huge win. I'm going to press this get feedback button. Please, on your keypad, let me know how you found it, right? I want to see your answers. Let me know. Give me some feedback. Tell me what you think about it. Alhamdulillah, this has been the Quran Club Quiz Family Night Quiz. We want you to have fun. We want you to keep you entertained in the Ramadan. We want to make the Quran a fun experience for your kids, for you, bring the family together. I don't know of any other quiz that you can take part in from your living room, if you can put your YouTube on your TV or your laptop or wherever it is. But it's a fun way to do this. And inshallah, if you have multiple people at home, each of you can have different device, it becomes a fun way. Now, of course, we're about to start the Quran Club Challenge this Ramadan. We want to read 1 million pages. We did it last Ramadan. We need your help to do it again this Ramadan. Please, please, please share the app with friends and family. And those of you who have kids, I'm going to quickly show you the Quran Club Challenge. So if you go to, not Quran, there you go. If you go to Quran Club Challenge, you can actually access this directly on your website, on your phone. You can download the app and you can see here, you register yourself or your child. Now, adults can do this as well. Give yourself a nice Eid present at the end. Try and commit to reading. Right? So if you can read 30 days in a row, put yourselves to earn £5 a day. It's a very beautiful thing. You can buy yourself a nice Eid gift at the end. It gives you committed. For adults, you can put a bigger money prize. You get all the money back. We're not taking anything, inshallah. So put yourself a big, healthy prize, inshallah. That money goes into a safe. And then every day that you read, you earn the money back, inshallah. So you're getting money back for reading. Imagine how fun that would be for kids. The kids that took part in this absolutely love it. They are earning money. They feel that they're getting rewarded. And of course, the reward is from Allah. And what's been most amazing is all the kids said to us that actually they find that the reward from Allah is better. And they learn that by themselves naturally because the Quran is therapeutic. It fixes them themselves. So you put money in. Every day you read, you earn money. And then the 3rd step is you buy from the shop. We've built a custom shop on the app. It's a request system. It's incredible. You can buy literally anything you want. If you want to buy a trip to the Bahamas once the planes are back online, you can. Anything you want, as long as you've read enough Quran. And we've had some amazing gifts. Somebody's bought a Nintendo game. Other people have bought Pokemon cards. Really, really cool stuff. It's for adults, for children. Do join us there, inshallah. So I've been your host, Farha Ghannam. It's getting dark in here. Must be Maghrib time. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know how you found this, inshallah. Really hope you enjoyed it. Jazakallah khair. Download the Quran Club app. Join us again next week. Share it with family, friends if you loved it. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.